Good morning, good morning. It is cold here this morning, so I got my jacket on. However, oh shoot, I forgot to bring a trash bag. I think I have some here. Hold, please. Somewhere. I thought. All right, we're 3 seconds in and I already have you holding. Without any. Oh, you know what? I do have one. It was just buried under some paint. Let me clean all this up. This bothers me. Okay, I made a couple things. I discovered a new artist I had never heard of. But look at this. This is me taking a page out of one of my art journals. Some of this is going other places. And then scribbling on top of it with Procreate and making very abstract, purposely, seashells in warm colors on top of a cool color page. I love this. That's kind of how I want what I'm painting at the beach to kind of end up looking like, I think. Or at least some of it. I wouldn't be upset if it did, put it that way. But, oh, that plane crash in Kentucky is just tragic. Tragic. This all goes to the Hobonichi pile. Okay. But I printed out some seashells, since we can't get those right now. And I have chapter section delineations for 1 and 2. Chapter 1 is acceptance. Chapter 2, section 2 is destruction, storms, high tides, tractors pushing sand around, which we have a lot of, that kind of stuff. And the shells, how do the shelves survive and all that? It's no wonder right now we have little to no shells. Right before we left, let's see, I think it was Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, one of those. I walked out on the beach. No, I guess it was over the weekend. I walked out on the beach and there's just little patches about the size of this table of sand, of shells, but they're all just broken. And then you walk, 30 more steps and there's another little patch where the tide comes in a little bit and peaks and valleys. This is like a peak or whatever. Peaks. Get it? Peaks. But, so right now we have no shells. But I'm thinking, I wanted to, because what I have, the stencil I have, the stamps that I have, I think the stickers that I have are all kind of small, on the small side. So I think I wanted a little bit bigger statement of a shell. And when I printed these, I printed them in both directions. The pointy side going to the left and the pointy side going to the right. But I'm like, the way they were laid out, it looked like angel wings. I'm like, oh wow. It just worked out like that. Or fairy wings, however, wings. Butterfly wings. And I thought that was kind of serendipitous / cool. But I'm wondering if I can't do something with these. So I think I might use this somehow, some way. Poke holes in these, put them in here. I still think I really want to stamp a full page of something. So there's lots of things going on in my head. This, oh, I love this. Dina Wakely. Eat your heart out, girl. This is, in the best sort of way, admiration. a bunch of sections of journals that I have made pretty recently, or paper that I have made pretty recently, interspersed with the bricks on our walkway, a piece of driftwood that came from Northern California, a wall that's on a building in Afghanistan. Haven't been there, but I have it. And I just think this was Halloween journal. A couple of these are just sections of Halloween journals, and the one before it. I didn't go back any farther than that, I don't think. But the dog is going to start barking because my husband's in the shower. This one is Halloween journal, because you can see thread in some of this. And oh my gosh, that is gorgeous, gorgeous. New artist focus. This is going in my big black art journal book that's here, which I did not take down to the beach. Somewhere it's here. But I'm going to put this in here. I had never, ever heard of this man, but I think I've seen some of his work. It's a combination of Cubanism. He was in with Picasso, and he had to run during World War II because of his ethnicity. He was trying to, I think they were in France, and they were all trying to get to other places besides Europe. And he was trying to get back to the United States, and he could not get in because because he was born in Cuba. So I think there was a problem with visas or whatever, even at that time. His name is Wilfredo Lamb. This man was born in Cuba. He is of mixed race ancestry. This is Wikipedia. He was of mixed race ancestry. His mother, the former blah, 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 was born to Congolese former slave mother and a Cuban mulatto father, which means his father was half black, half white also. His grandfather on his dad's side was an immigrant from China, thus the last name Lamb, L-A-M. Unbelievable, the combination of his ethnicity, he says, and practicing African traditions, the Cuban part of him, and then Chinese is wild. And living in the time that he did in the 30s and 40s in Europe with those Picasso types and maybe Matisse, all that group of guys were hanging out together. Really interesting work. And it's very Cubism in the Guggenheim, in the Metropolitan, blah, blah, blah. Maybe not the Metropolitan. I can't remember if it's Metropolitan or the Modern Art Museum. But he made these women that were very Cubism, like what Picasso did. But I just took the outline of one and did this pink drawing on top of it, and then erased the picture underneath. There's another one right here. It's yellow. It really doesn't show up here. But this one is the reverse of this one. And I did her in purple. I was just kind of just playing. And I'm like, those are shapes that I can make, and you still know it's a human being. But I wrote on here, super multicultural, simple, but with soul. These women, super simple, but they have soul. And collage with it is my touch to it. So I put some of this paper in the background, put it really light, and then because I want to put this as a reference in my black art journal. And I want to keep this as a reference and remember this man and keep going and looking at stuff. A lot of it to do with racism and war and limited supplies, because he could not come to the United States during World War II, so he was in Cuba, so he watered down his oil paints. He used other art supplies that he would not have normally used, but that's what he could get at the time in the place, blah, blah, blah. And I just find all of that fascinating, that contributed to how his art was made also. it's so interesting to go back and look up people and what influenced them and how they got to where they were and what all creates them, creates their creativity. That's a good way to say it, Beth. What creates their creativity? Who are their influences? I find all that fascinating. Now, where is my book? Here. Okay. I think. Okay. Today, I'm doing different is okay. And a lot of these, admittedly, prompts overlap each other purposely. And just like shells overlap each other, I realize that. And I'm not coming out and saying, writing a dissertation on the word blending or different or whatever. These are my observations of shells. And so how I'm going to word that in here, I don't know. But, and I had all this stuff pulled out from yesterday. Sorry, squirrel. I had a squirrel moment. But I'm wondering, now that I see this on top of here, if I can't do something with these guys. I can cover up that. It still looks like a star or a starfish. And then if I can't cover up that and you still see the reflection of a heart. Okay, it's coming together, I'm going off script. I'm not using Ali Edwards as a reference because I kind of went off script a little bit because I made an error. Not an error, I just did it differently. So these guys might get put on here and put here side by side, which I think I'm going to have to cut some, maybe not. And I don't want them to be going the same direction. Okay, so like that. Again, with the same color family. And then, I don't know if I want to do it on white. Ooh, what about orange construction paper? What does orange construction paper look like with all this? Ooh, that might be the trick. Yes, why yes it is. Okay, that I'm going to stamp on with black then. And I will save this one and this one maybe for a different day and try to cover them. Although I love this. A successful life is one that is lived through understanding and pursuing one's own path, not chasing the dreams of others. As I scrap left Ali Edwards. I know. The oxymoron of all that does not work. But I like that. So I think I want to have this in this journal someplace. And then this one I can cover up, but I want to use this background color because it's within the scheme. So, how do I want to say this? I don't know. I think I'm going to start off gluing these. And it might just be this page then. She had some other stuff going on. She being Ali Edwards. Let's see what she did. Okay, she had the back. Okay, I might be able to do this. And then she had another piece over here. But I think I'm going to put some kind of, okay, let me think about this. I want to shape maybe an oval, half circle. And I have to keep in mind that I need to work with it on the next day, although she did a resting page and then went down to, day 7, story 7. So, do I want to do another page? I kind of like the idea of a resting page, which means it needs to have something on this side. Or I have, that is not a sea lion barking at the moon. That was me. Or I do tomorrow on the front, or, okay, let me think. Tomorrow is on here, and then the back side is a resting page for the next day. Okay, we're going to concentrate on this for right now. I can only do one thing at a time. Okay. These videos of us while I'm here are probably going to be a little bit longer, just because a 40-minute video takes half the time a 20-minute video takes to upload at the beach. Because the internet is so slow there, and antiquated and cobbled together with so much different kinds of construction over the years. Construction and destruction, actually. Okay, so now I don't think I need to trim these. I think, yeah, but I think I might put a little piece of tape so they don't do that in their daily lives. So here's some construction. No, that's not construction washi. That's good washi. This is construction washi. Okay. I use washi tape that I don't like to construct things. Hold things down. Okay. You won't see it because it's going in here. Oh! Okay, hold on. Now, I need to, I think I'm going to trace this. I'm loving these color combos, but in reality, how long can I keep up? Okay, why are you not coming out? Oh, I know why. Because of the tape. Okay, so we're going to use this one. All right. I'm going to cut this out. Set you aside for the time being. Set you back in here. Okay. I think I'm gonna pull this aside. Okay. Different. Oh, you know what I think I might do also? I might put a border with yellow tape. This is still sitting here. And crisscross it over so you can see a little bit of orange on this side too. Then my stamping area will be inside the border of the yellow. Okay, I didn't need that much. I heard an owl this morning welcoming us back to the lake. It's like, oh, thank you, thank you. Okay. I can even just fold this over because it's going to be behind something else. I think, you know, I'm getting better at these tiny little details. It makes all the difference in the world. I mean, that could have been, and it would have been fine, a piece of orange construction paper, but now it's got a frame, which is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I still don't know what I'm going to say. Technically, I'm stalling. Okay, let's see. Different. I need to write it out, so I stamp it right anyhow. Maybe maybe just different is acceptable. And they have bivalves and all kinds of different shells. I don't have that book here with me. I'm pretty sure I have a book here, though, of shells. But I don't see it right in front of me. Different. Okay. I don't know if I think I have enough. I don't know if I have enough room. Different is acceptable. And I just had it. It just went out of my brain. Different is acceptable and to be expected. And how Allie stamps hers with, you know, barely any space and stuff running off the edges lends itself to my technique, or lack thereof. So I'm good with all that. All right. We're just going to see what happens here. Oh, I can't get into my ink drawer because I got stuff piled up over here. Some things never change. Okay. And I do have all my stamps here. I thought I brought some of these with me to the beach, but I didn't. So I'm going to make sure I take some back when I go. Especially these two. These are my favorite. Calamari. And you know, I've used this quite a bit. It's still soft. It still is absorbent enough to, actually, I think it's a little bit better now because it's not as absorbent. It's still absorbent, but not as bad, as much. So the whatever ink, paint, whatever I put on top of here stays on top. It doesn't soak in. That's what I'm trying to say. I love this guy too. I haven't used this as much, but I still love this one. Okay, focus. Different is acceptable. That might be all I can fit in here because these are big letters. I'm going to try not to get the edge of the block, but if I do, I do. This might take a while. Go get some coffee. But I like the kind of, you know, everything's not straight look. Oopsie, I didn't want that, but it's going to happen at times. Hopefully I spell everything okay. If not, it's part of it. This is not a spelling tutorial. Or an art tutorial, for that matter. It's some crazy lady talking to herself and filming it. And gathering kudos for therapy and fun all at the same time. Okay, different is, I might be able to get it all in here. I don't know. I could have done better with the S, but okay. Different is acceptable, A. And I'm going to run off, you know, the letters are going to run off the side here, but that's good. That's okay. I kind of like that look. I might even kind of let this C run off. But I don't want to get it on the yellow tape. I guess I could pick something out of the trash. Ugh. Oh, that worked. Not the way I wanted it to. Okay, I might have to fill some in with a pen. Okay, E. I might do like ampersand. Ooh, I do have one. Okay, cool. And to be expected. I think it'll all fit. Okay. That one's a little farther away. Another E. I should just leave that E out. That's C. Expect T. Exclamation point. Okay. Now I need a black pen. That's red. That's red. Okay. There's a couple little edges spread around, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. All right, we're going to put that away in a minute. All right, book. Okay, put this back here. Please don't fall over, so I have to pick all these things up. Okay. Oh, this might be tricky to get in here because of the tape. Actually, I could cut the tape. Everything's falling over. Ay, ay, ay. The tape went around across some of the insert area for this dude. Oh, I cut it in the wrong place. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's just like a fraction of a fraction. these two together. Might slide easier. Why, yes, it does. Okay. Oh, I love that. Different is expected and acceptable. Okay. Has not solved my question. Do I want to add something on this side? Not every page has to have something on this side. But do I want to? I could just use one of these pages. I mean, this paper. It came with 3, I think 4 orange prints, and then double-sided, and then 3 or 4 black and whites, or gray and white, actually. Yeah. Okay, this one is going to go in here, and it'll go here. And I might put it on like vellum or something to give it a little stability and have it 6 by 8. But that still doesn't answer my question. Beth, what do you want to do? I don't know. All right, let's look through Amy Tangerine. I think I have, this is volume 2 of her book, yeah. Let's see. Something strikes my fancy right away. I know that goes right there. I like that too. That's really cute, actually. And I like that. And the pink with the orange and yellow. I bought several copies of this book. Oh, that one's a good one too. And that's a shape, it's small, but it's different than what we've used so far everywhere. Oh, I like the pink burlap too. Huh. Ooh, yoy, yoy. And the yellow burlap. I love that green. Wow. Hold on. What if we were to branch out and get real brave and go back to our very old paper pad, Jane Davenport, and see what's in here? That might or might not work. That could work, actually. Look at me. Look at me. This is only 2016. It's only 9 years old. That's okay. That's okay. And I normally photocopy it, but we are going to use it. Look at me. Do I want to? What shape do I want? And am I just putting it in here for the sake of putting it in here? Why am I so indecisive today? I don't know. Why am I answering my questions? I don't know. I'm looking him out around my room, hoping something will speak to me. Oh, Rex Ray. Rex Ray. Oh, we could do a scallop page for scallops. Yes, we can. Okay. 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 Pencil. Okay. Not perfect. Does it need to be perfect? Sorta. I'm not going to turn it away if it's not perfect, but it would be nice if it was sort of perfect. I can live with this. All right. Ooh, it's a little skinny, but that's okay. We're just going to use it as a resting place. And then something will have to go on the back of this tomorrow. Actually, we could do it today. No, because I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I might want yellow where there's pink, or pink where there's yellow, vice versa, or orange again. I don't know. Or indigo. Who knows? Might go off. I don't know how long I can keep up all this orange, pink, and yellow with a little coral and red. Yes. Okay. Get back up there. Stay up there. All right. Where is my template? I took it out. Where'd I put it? Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. Okay, we're gonna go with another piece of paper because I can't find the template. It's around here somewhere. Okay. And since it's a full, well, sort of a full size, okay. Maybe. Oh, I love that. I might do something to this tomorrow. I'm not sure, but it will have something on the back of here, obviously. And I might, what do I have for tomorrow? I do have a resting place, which is this. Oh, great. This was going to be a full stamped out page. I might put some artwork on it because it has a clear pocket and a journaling inside. So it'll have this and that. And I can stamp like the title. Yeah, okay. So let's see, we did this. And we have a resting spot. All right. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. All right. And I might do something along the edge here. I'm sure something needs to be added. But I like the different shape. I like the different size. All of that. Everybody back in your places. Okay. Love it. Still working on, and the fact that you can see this pink book page in here with this, Makes my heart sing. It really does. And the fact that you can see this with yellow behind it makes my heart sing. This is the only outlying one, but that's okay, because there's going to be more. There is going to be more on purpose. So it won't all be overwhelmingly pink, orange, and yellow, coral, red. But there will be cool colors too. All matters of the rainbow. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. All right. I think that's it for today, though. I need to go into housekeeping mode. I did a ton of stuff ahead of time for our event Saturday. But I just need to tidy up because the husband and the dog were here for 2.5 weeks by themselves. Yeah. And I need to do our floors again because of DOG. Needless to say, again. But that's okay. That's the beauty and the love of hardwood floors sometimes. So, all right. I'm good. I'm good. I love that. Even the black, because there's black here on this page. There's black here. So I'm good with that. Good with that. But I do want to bring in more pink and yellow ink. So, good job. Good job, Beth. Oh, was I even in camera, though? Who knows? Yikes. 41 minutes. Good God. Put me on fast forward. There are a little longer videos here because it takes half the time to upload. What is this? Another squirrel. Oh, that was an idea for Halloween. Alas, that didn't happen either. Might happen next year. Okay. Shut up, lady. Shut up is not a nice word. Be quiet. Okay. Bye. Thanks for watching.